Daddy, look, I can do telekinesis.
Guess what today is? Today's the day where I finally get to unbox, hopefully, a very nice version of one of the very first books I've ever read. Have you ever heard of the Folio Society? Of course you have. Who hasn't? I'm sure some people haven't, but I'm sure a lot of you are big fans, big collectors. You spend a lot of time, energy, reading, buying, hunting for books that they publish. The Folio Society makes some very awesome books. Well, I've got a book here that I was one of the very first books that I ever read, and one of the books that I've been wanting for a while. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's simply a matter of publishing rights or what have you, but the big time limited edition book publishers that do the classic novels don't seem to be publishing The Lord of the Flies. And it's a special book to me. Like I said, it's one of the first books I ever read. It was assigned to me in school. I read the book. I did associate with the book in many ways. I associated with some of the characters in many ways. Mostly, I was able to put myself as a preteen, or maybe 13, I don't remember, 12 or 13 when I read it. I was able to put myself in the position that these boys were in on this island, in this jungle, on these beaches, on these rocky cliffs. And I was able to feel what they felt, think what they thought, have their worries, have their excitements, have their childish natures. I associated with the book. Well, now I'm a whole lot older. I'm much, much older than that. And I still remember that I was a children. I was a punk kid. I had a lot of those things. I still remember that stuff. I still feel that stuff. I'm still the same person. So I can have the same associations without saying that stuff is just childish. So the book holds a dear place in my heart. Also, I'm a father. I've got a boy that's 12 years old. I've got a boy that's 9 years old. So again, I can put my own offspring, my own children, my own family, I can mentally and emotionally put them in some of these situations and have the same fears and dreads and excitements and such as that. But anyway, that was a whole lot of words. I got the Folio Society version of The Lord of the Flies. Not The Lord of the Rings, The Lord of the Flies. And I'm hoping I got what I wanted to get when I got what I got. Let's see what I got, if you will. So one of the things I noted was the box itself. First of all, it's shipped in a box. When I bought this book, I purchased it, and I usually don't do this, but I'd had a bad run of bad luck when it comes to eBay sellers packaging stuff. I sent the seller a message saying I hate to be a burden, or I hate to be a pest, something like that. But could you please carefully package the book in a box so it won't be damaged? Because I want this book to be in good shape like it appears to be in the pictures. This seller said absolutely, no problem, we sure will, and they sure did. The book's in a box, and the box looks to me like it's a puzzle box. I can't figure it out, but the box doesn't seem to be damaged. So, with any good fortune, I might be owning the book I want to be owning, in the condition I want to be owning it in. So they put it in a box. The box is a little bit bigger than the book, but they put the book in a bubble envelope held together with shrink wrap. So maybe they said, we'll package your mug up good for you, but have fun opening it. Maybe they're giggling right now. I hope somewhere that seller is giggling, saying, ha, have fun opening your box. But I'm getting to put the old Buck 110 to good use. And as long as the job is accomplished, as long as the fait accompli Whatever that means, I do not know, obviously. Whatever that means. As long as what I get is what I wanted to get, then we're all happy here. Now, maybe with any good fortune, I'll have this thing open before you guys tune out and say, forget that mess, and show you what I got. What did I get? Here's what I got. I got a black thing. What is that? I got a slipcase, and my slipcase isn't busted up at all. And whoa, what are you looking at up there? The Lord of the Flies. Yeah, boy. William Golding's Lord of the Flies. Don't it look neat? Now, I was saying before, this is a book that doesn't, for one reason or other, I don't know. I'm assuming it has to do with it's difficult to get rights to the book. I assume. I've heard Paul Suntup from Suntup Editions in one of his videos say, no, we're not getting Lord of the Flies. I heard him say something along those lines. People keep quoting it on the Facebook saying they can't get Lord of the Flies. I don't know if that's really true or if we're just reading into it too deep or what have you. But being that this book is special to me because of my early years and the fact that I like the book and it's an iconic book, I wanted to get a good version of this book. I wanted to get a great version of this, and it looks like the Folio Society might be the ones who have us hooked up. So I got a slipcase. It seems to be in perfect condition. And here's my book, The Folio Society, Lord of the Flies. And it looks great. Does it? Yes, it looks great. It looks great. No complaints, no complainos so far. I like what I got. I see what I like what I got. Looks like I'm going to have a great addition to the Folio Society collection, which seems to be growing as we go. They've published a bunch of books, and they've published a bunch of them that I really like, and a bunch of them that I really like that look really good. And it's just a matter of time before I get all the ones I want from them. I've bought some new directly from them, but I've also bought some on the secondary market. I've talked about this before, but I started as a book collector. I started as a reader, and then one day I said, look, I'm a collector of things. I have a collection of this and that. I love reading books, and I have stories that are dear to me. Why don't I have a book collection? So, being the novice, I said, okay, what do you collect when you collect books? You collect first editions of whatever. You collect first editions, and hardcovers are better than soft covers. That's what I knew. That's what I thought. Then I got to digging a little deeper that a first edition doesn't necessarily mean great. That a first edition, first printing. In other words, they would print a book. They would print a certain batch, a certain number of them. And then at some point, once all those books were spoken for to the dealers or wheelers or sold or whatever the case may be, they would decide, well, we need more. So they'd go back and they'd print more. Well, this second run might be first edition books still, but they're not first print runs or first print first editions. They would now be second print first editions, if you catch my drift. Well, that's how I started in collecting, and the old habits die hard, and I still tend, anything I'm looking for, I still tend to feel like first print is better. Even though this is nowhere near a first edition, original first edition book of this book, I still want a first print if I can get it. So I looked around and found one that I found a first print edition. It was within my price range on what I wanted to spend for this book, what it was worth to me, and I got it. And I'm happy, I'm excited, I'm as happy as a schoolboy, I'm as giddy as a drunken man, as Charles Dickens once said in a book that I do truly love. Let's move on. I want to see what kind of artwork I have in this book. I just showed you one picture that was cool. The kid blowing on the conch, one of the kids from the book blowing on the conch. It's hard to tell exactly who it is. We know who it is, though. The conch plays a pivotal role in this book, as well as helps to show how simple we can be sometimes. I'm looking for more artwork here, more stuff to look at, and here we go. Here's another another terrific image. I forgot to look and see who the artist was. Let me look right now before, lest I forget. Let's see who did our illustrations. Illustrations by Sam Weber, W-E-B-E-R, Weber. Sam Weber did our illustrations. This is London, the Folio Society, 2009. All right, let's see what other kinds of illustrations we got from Sam Weber in this book that I am very happy to get. I'd love to see some other publishers do some sort of really nice limited edition version of this book. But in the meantime, in between times, if that never happens, what I found is a very awesome version of that book. I'm a fan of the Folio Society. Big fan. Hey, Folio Society, if you're out there, if you're watching, big fan. Thank you. Thank you for all you do. Like I said before, they publish a lot of books that I don't really care about, but they publish a lot of books that I do. And so it's the books that I do that I spend time hunting for. I've got a growing collection sitting up there all by its lonesome of Folio Society books, as well as having some Folio Society books mixed in to other sets and collections. Don't try to understand how I collect books. I don't even understand that, so how could you? Anyway, here we are. We're looking for more artwork, and we are kind of telling a story. I'm giving you some snapshots of the book as we go through. Not really spoilers. If you haven't read it yet, what's keeping you? The book's been around a couple years. And there's our busted conch. Man, that looks cool. That looks good. It almost looks real. Almost looks like somebody took a photograph. And that's it. That's it for our artwork for this book. So, ever-growing collection from the Folio Society. And as most of them are, this is a book that's very important to me. One that I've been wanting for a little while. I just had to find that point where price meets condition meets edition, first print at the right price, and all that kind of stuff. I got what I wanted, so another successful eBay transaction. My seller hooked me up, took care of me with the packaging. They sent me the book that they promised, and it looks good, and I'm very happy. A nice addition to the collection. So, as always, thank you for watching. You get a chance, you get the interest, you take a notion, please give me the big thumb up. Thumb up. They don't tell me when you give me the thumb down, but I want to know when you give me the thumb up. Thumbs up, please like, please subscribe if you haven't already. I can't think of any more lies to tell. So, thank you very much. C'est la vie, baby.